Lesson 1. Structure and kinds of sentence. A sequence of words that starts with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark is called a sentence. It means a sentence must has a particular word order, begins with a capital letter, ends with a full stop, exclamation mark or question mark. Components of a sentence. A sentence has two main components: subject, predicate. First, subject. All sentences describe about something or someone. The something or someone that the sentence describes about is called the subject of the sentence. It usually comes before the predicate. Let's read some examples. Rashmi collects old coins. The rich helps the needy. The first is about a person, Rashmi. Rashmi is the subject of the sentence. Second, predicate. Predicate contains information about the subject. The predicate usually comes after the subject. The main part of the predicate is the verb. Let's read some examples. Priya often comes late to class. She went to the bank. In the first sentence, Priya is a subject. The words that follow Priya are the information about the subject. It is called a predicate. Position of the subject in a sentence. The subject of a sentence usually comes first, but there are three situations in which the subject appears after the verb. First, in interrogative sentences. Let's read some examples. Are you going? Isn't she happy yet? The subject, you, and she appear after the verb are and is. Second, sentences beginning with here and there. Let's read some examples. Here comes the guest. There is a scenery on the wall. The subject, the guest, and a scenery appears after the verb comes and is. Third, with one or more prepositional phrases. Let's read some examples. Through the forest ran the frightened bear. Keep him away from this teen. The subject, bear, comes after the verb ran. Kinds of sentences. On the basis of their functions and purposes, the sentences are of four kinds. First, declarative sentence. A declarative sentence expresses a fact or an argument and ends with a full stop. There are the most common types of sentences. Let's read some examples. Delhi is the capital of India. She liked her dress. Second, imperative sentence. An imperative sentence is a command, request, advice, or proposal. It does not begin with any subject. It ends with an exclamation mark or a full stop. Let's read some examples. Fetch a bucket of water. Please bring some water for me. Third, interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question. It ends with a question mark. Let's read some examples. Are you ready to help me? How are you feeling now? Fourth, exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence expresses excitement or emotion. It ends with an exclamation mark. Let's read some examples. You have broken my teapot. How beautiful the girl is. Classification of sentences on the basis of structure. According to the structure, sentences can be classified as: first, simple sentence. Simple sentence has only one subject, one predicate, and only one verb. Let's read some examples. The girls were laughing. All the children are learning poems. A simple sentence can be affirmative, negative, interrogative, imperative, or exclamatory. Second, compound sentence. Compound sentence contains two independent clauses as They finished their assignment and they went for the tour. The clauses in a compound sentence are joined by coordinating conjunctions. Let's read some examples. Tanya laughed and Manya cried. You can write on a sheet of paper or you can use a notebook. Third, complex sentence. A complex sentence has a main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. Subordinate clauses usually come after the main clause. Let's read some examples. She did my homework while her mother prepared dinner. He went inside when it started raining. In the above sentence, she did my homework, main clause, while subordinating conjunction, her mother prepared dinner, subordinate clause. A subordinate clause starts with the subordinating conjunction as that, because, while, although, when, if.